Surf fans, we've reached peak summer here in Surf City, USA.
Sophie, big turn, and she will stick it.
It's time for the Lexus US Open of Surfing.
Oh my goodness.
That was the sickest turn we've seen all day.
We have the world's best longboarders, best shortboarders coming in ready to prove that they can literally handle anything a hurricane throws at them. Oh my goodness, that hurricane arrived in full force.
Huge swells, giant closeout.
Jet skis getting lit up.
Absolutely blow it apart and stick it.
This event in particular has a wild kind of festival atmosphere.
He says, I'll take this, and hammers that section.
This truly is where dreams are made
Green, last ditch effort.
Points to the judges, says, give me the number.
and dreams are broken.
Oh man.
One of the worst wipeouts we've seen yet. We just lost Federico Moraes.
You win here, you can win anywhere, really. Biggest stage.
35 seconds remaining, Blue needing a score.
Big section right here, absolutely hammers it.
Hoping that he's able to get the score.
We call this Surf City USA for a reason. It's really the epitome of what surfing in the United States is represented about.
Here at the Lexus US Open of Surfing, we are expecting a big day today.
The US Open of Surfing is always a festival. It is the spot in Southern California to watch the best surfers in the world.
You have the pier, the Coliseum effect, but you also have this huge village behind us. So there's just like parties happening everywhere. It is a wild, festive atmosphere. A Category 5 hurricane that's spinning off the coast to the south of us. All signs are pointing to this year at the US Open potentially being huge and epic.
The pier signifies a lot of history too. Brett Simpson's won back-to-back, he's a local hero. Same thing for Kanoa Igarashi as well.
The lineage of the event, the winners is kind of a who's who. You know, a lot of those athletes have gone on to qualify for the World Tour and or be world champions.
Local heroes, world title contenders. It is a difficult draw, but somewhere in amongst the pack are going to be the new qualifiers for the 2027 season.
If you compare the Challenger Series to, let's say, baseball, right? You got the minor leagues, and this is the feeder system to the major leagues. That's exactly what we have here. So the Challenger Series is that next step for surfers to qualify for the championship tour. You have this incredible mix of surfers from all over the world. They're all so hungry. Some of them had tasted success on the championship tour and want nothing more than to just get back there. Others are just looking over the edge to a dream that they've had their entire life. This is probably one of the most challenging things you can do in all of sports.
The US Open is stop number 2 out of 5 events that we have on the CS schedule this season.
At each and every tour stop, you're trying to gather as many points as possible. Only the top 10 with the most points at the end of the year are going to make it onto the championship tour for the men, and top 6 for the women.
When you look at any heat in the Challenger Series on the women's side, it could not be more stacked. You have championship tour surfers, you have the best up-and-coming surfers, you have previous Olympic medalists, you have all of these women, dozens of them, fighting for 6 spots to the Dream Tour. You win at Huntington, you can make it with the best.
Someone's going to win here, and they're either going to go on, most likely, to have a long career and or make the World Tour, which is where all these athletes want to be.
Good morning, surf fans. We hope you're ready for what you're about to see. It's 6 to 8 foot spitting barrels this morning in Huntington Beach. And if your surf buddy called you and told you that, you might not believe it. But here's the proof. Charlie Quavant starting the morning, huge backside barrel. Douglas Silva standing tall, literally looking like a dream.
Anybody in the lineup without a jersey, please exit the water. Thank you. Heat number 3 is underway. Alan Cleland in the red, David Silva in the blue, Alonso Correa in the white, Lucas Cassidy in the green.
And that's Al Cleveland straight into it. Quick little tube on his backhand, big snap.
Cassidy looking at the ramp and absolutely launching, folks.
Lucas Cassidy starting with an 8.0.
Lucas Cassidy throwing one of the gnarliest airs of the day. That's wild. No grab, no need, no worries. Dropping an 8.87.
Alan Cleland, he's going to engage the big bottom turn straight up into that section and right up onto the lip line for a second.
These rights.
Oh gosh.
Absolutely blew through the tail of this thing.
White here going to
Another
get barreled. Pulling up high and tight. Let him hear HB. Back into it again. Where are we at?
Are you kidding?
9.6.
Wow.
Alonso Correa.
Silva draws off the bottom, straight up into that section, drives out of it, back into the next one, and hammers it.
Silva just dropped a 6.73, solidifying his second place position. That'll go down as one of the greatest heats I've ever seen.
Huge result for Lucas.
When I got my second 8, I believe no one had their 9s. But yeah, after I got that, I was like, okay, I'm good. And then sure enough, 1 9, another 9. I was like, oh my God, it's the craziest heat I've ever been in, like by far.
Lucas Cassidy, this is a household name for us who live in the region right here in North America. That's one of the best heats we've seen in CT competition, CS competition, whatever you want to call it right here at the US Open. 17 years old right now. So I think he's eventually going to qualify for the championship tour as well.
This is the Coastal Cowboy.
If you're like go out in a heat all nervous, probably gonna surf bad.
He's dealt with a bit of loss, coming really close to get to the Challenger Series.
Now it feels like he could be close to making the tour.
35 seconds remaining.
Taj on the backhand. Big section right here. Absolutely hammers it. Stand by for scores.
Is that one turn hammer out the back enough for a 717?
It's like a board maze in here. This is only like half of Sawyer's.
So doing a little research on Taj, he had 3 goals last year, and he seemed to hit all of them.
I wonder if the swell actually showed up. It's gonna be like 15 foot or 2 foot.
Win a QS, qualify for the Challenger Series, and win North America. Check, check, check. If you don't have a vision, you don't know where you're going.
Well, I think we all know what's on his list next is probably make the championship tour. That would be pretty special for him to qualify for the tour alongside his sister as well.
Morning.
This is the Coastal Cowboy.
We're at my secret little oasis, Rancho Mission Viejo. That's where I keep my horses. Look, they just wait for me. Where is he? It's a good place to like reset and not think about surfing. Having to know like different cues, like how to move an animal around, it's pretty like weird and crazy that you're on a wild animal that could do anything at any time. And they could feel your body, like if you're nervous, they just get nervous. So it's like controlling your emotions and having to like not get them all wound up. If you're like go out in a heat all nervous and like anxious, you're probably gonna surf bad, so it's a good little mental test. Maybe never ready for the Challenger until now. And I don't think I ever wanted it like as bad as I do now. But I had like 5 years where I was like a spot or 2 off. Like I didn't even know if I wanted to surf anymore. I was pretty over it. And then one summer I like worked construction or like stuff that like normal people do, kinda. And I was like, making heats is a lot easier than being in an attic when it's like 110, like hammering nails. So that was also like a good wake up. How's it going?
Good. I'm almost there. Are you gonna drop your gear at the spot and paddle out, or just shoot up and paddle out?
I'll just meet you on the beach. It's on, 7:35.
There's a lot of top dog athletes coming from San Clemente, and and Taj maybe has been a little bit under the radar or the dark horse, but I think he's relishing that. I think that kind of fires him up. He's dealt with a bit of loss, coming really close to get to the Challenger Series. It was kind of like a dagger in his heart. And I think he's learned a lot from that and not allowing the heartbreak and that excess baggage to come along with him.
Oh my gosh, it's coning everywhere.
He started this year off with a 5th place in Bolito. He's got a lot of momentum.
Oh my God, he did a Superman. Was that Wesley?
He seems relaxed, he seems in a good headspace, and you know, when you're calm, cool, and collected, good things will happen.
It's firing.
It's cool to see it working out because it's just easy to root for people who are good human beings. He hasn't really had his moment. He's just kind of been close to making the Challenger Series, but now it feels like he could be close to making the Tour. He's got to, you know, buckle down and lock in and do it, but yeah, definitely not surprised.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, Levi.
That's awesome.
Good job.
What's up, 20?
Thank you.
I think pure paddle right now is the way to go.
Really?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay.
But good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
Let's go. See it. Let's do it.
All right.
Have fun.
Love you.
Well, now it's time for the board, but I used to transport.
Go in.
Go, boy.
Go, Taj.
Epic lineup in the water right now. Crosby Colapinto, Taj Lindblad, 2 surfers representing the San Clemente Cyclone.
Way to open for Taj. Well, there was some mean surfing happening on that wave. 6.67 for Taj Lindblad to open with.
So the surfer here, Green, Swanson, big section, and he lays into it, lets it rip, and he will ride out of it. On the backhand, Taj takes it 12 o'clock, drives out of it, building speed, building momentum, and straight up into the next section. Taj still in that first position, came out swinging early.
Crosby utilizing priority on this one, hits it off the top, great first turn there, hooks it for a second.
Baldy, we got a heavyweight match on our hands right here.
Crosby, huge gouge to the lip there, hits it for a second.
Boy, oh
Nails it.
boy, how about that?
Great news for Crosby. 8.33, the high mark of the day. So that knocks Taj to second.
Swanson shot. Woo, slams the first one right in the corner. Long float line drops out of the sky.
Blue to third. Blue now looking for the 717.
Looks like Mihimana having a look at this one. Blue having a look on the outside bank, utilizing his priority.
And a sketchy situation right there. Priority interference, white on blue. Unfortunate there for Taj.
So situation blue needing a 717.
Luke Swanson's doing a really good job, but he's got to be on Taj right now. This is a big moment in the heat right here.
35 seconds remaining.
Maybe a left.
Oh! Taj on the backhand. Big section right here. Absolutely hammers it. Whitewater cascades around him, and he will come out. Come on, Adrian.
Biggest turn of the heat. I think
Don't
they gotta
shut him
go
up yet
there.
Big Hammer. Stand by for scores.
He needs a 717, ladies and gentlemen. Scores come in 7.4. Taj Lindblad gets the job done on the buzzer right there.
Amazing comeback, really. Honestly, that was a gnarly heat. The ability to clutch up and get that last score, I mean, that shows how far Taj has come in the last year.
Coaster of emotions in the last one.
Like, oh my God. Oh, it's like blacked out. That was crazy. Yeah, God blessed me with that little left. They're all too deep, and I just was like, all right, just one big hanger into the pier. The crowd was screaming on the pier, got me all fired up.
Did you catch one, mate? Get in here. That was mental.
Go, big dog.
Thanks.
What a heat. Oh, what a roller coaster of emotions I had going there.
There was a lot of hype for Taj coming in. He lived up to the hype. He performed, had a respectable 16th round finish, which, you know, for him, I think he's gonna come away with some lessons learned, but also still momentum. He's in the top 10 of the Challenger Series. That's huge.
There's always the next one, I guess.
Serving against Kanoa, we've kind of had a rivalry since we were super young. I beat him at the US Open Juniors, And I remember people thought that he should have won. And then a few years later, we both made the main challenger final. And then everyone thought I should have won when he won.
6 out of the 8 men that are in the quarterfinals are on the championship tour or have been on the championship tour. These guys are pulling double duty right now. A lot of them need to make up points because they're down in the rankings. And then you have people that just want to compete and win here in Huntington Beach. You win here, your name is etched into history.
Quarter 3 up next, Brazil versus USA. Griffin Colapinto in the red, Mateus Hurdy in the blue. Watching blue, Pier Bowl right out of the gate.
Mateus off to a quick start here.
Draws off the bottom, massive air up and over the lip, lands it, spins it, kicks out with some passion. Yeah, things just got real right there with that last score from Hurdy in the 8.67. Colapinto being very selective. We'll see if patience pays off here, looking for 2 waves totaling 14.50.
Griffin, great first turn there, good setup. Setting up for this last section here.
Well, that was huge, and that's what he needed right there. Welcome back to the party, Colapinto. Now looking for a 6.68. Draws off the bottom, big section right here. Gonna huck it up and over the lip.
Unbelievable, Griffin Colapinto.
New leader in the clubhouse, Colapinto, moving on into the semifinals. He won this event in 2021, looking to do it again here in 2026.
How good would it feel to take home a second US Open win?
Oh, it feels incredible. I mean, this event's so iconic, like going so far back in the history. So yeah, to have another win here would be insane, and it would be back-to-back because last time I did it, I won. So that would also be really cool. I know Kanoa's got that going on.
Last quarterfinal, Kanoa versus Luca, and Kanoa has by far been the most informed surfer of the event on the men's side. Winning this event twice already, he's looking for number 3.
Here we go, we're gonna see the first of Igarashi. He's gonna drop down and draw straight off the bottom, hucks the fins out into the flats. Gonna make the connection here, no stranger to Huntington Beach. He's already won here twice, looking to do it again, finishing strong. Great start here for Igarashi. I'll tell you what though, all attention now to the lineup. Here we go, Luca with priority. Beautiful looking wave at the Pier Bowl. Drops to the bottom, engages the rail, straight up into the lip. The Peruvian trying to battle back here. He'll go straight up and hit the lip there, so well done by the Peruvian.
Look lively, Luca Macinis. This is Kanoa on his second wave.
Yes, a cracker last turn there to finish that one off with. So Red will be needing a score.
Red on the backhand right here, straight up into it. Nice turn, projects up and over the hump into the next section, connects with the lip.
Luca Macinis making his way through. This is going to be his last chance. Where will this score go? He needs a 6.83.
Oh! Doesn't get the finish. I think that was huge right now, Kaipo.
Alrighty, last up Red, 6.23.
Yeah, there you go. Not enough. Kanoa Igarashi meeting up against Griffin Colapinto in semifinal number 2. Clash of the Champions coming up.
Being from California, the US Open is such a special event. So, you know, for me and Griffin, it's funny that we're in the semis together. Our side of the semis is, you know, that kind of US Open pride. He's going to want to match me and get 2, and then I want to get that 1 more and get the 3.
It feels like we've been here before, ladies and gentlemen. This scenario playing out, these two matching up again in Huntington Beach.
Semifinal number 2, Griffin Colapinto up against Kanoa Igarashi.
A lot of history between Griffin Colapinto and Kanoa Igarashi. They grew up coming through the ranks right here in Southern California themselves. Kanoa represents Japan on tour, but he's born and bred right here in Huntington Beach. Griffin Colapinto from just down the road in San Clemente. They're great friends. They're excellent rivals in the water though.
Serving against Kanoa, we've kind of had a rivalry since we were super young. I beat him at the US Open Juniors, and I remember people thought that he should have won. And then a few years later, we both made the main challenger final.
Tail high whip into reverse. Kanoa Igarashi wins the Vans US Open title.
Griffin is someone that I love competing with. There's a big rivalry there, and we've had some really good heats in the past.
There you go. This is sportsmanship. You got me this time, buddy. They're going to come up and just congratulate each other.
Kanoa right at home. He has extra motivation to make sure that Huntington Beach supersedes San Clemente when it comes to winning at the U.S. Open.
Here we go. Kanoa Igarashi up on the first one. Oh my goodness.
Here he goes, making his way to the inside. Hooks it off the top. Big turn there to finish.
Great combination to start things off.
Yeah, 7.33.
Here we go, split peak.
Griff with his own version of a nose pick style reverse.
Watch this on the inside. Massive forehand air, but unable to ride out.
Here's our look at the left with Kanoa.
And this is going to be his backup right now.
Straight up into that section there for Colapinto, coming at us on the forehand. Floats it, drives out of it, right up into the next section and hammers it.
Needed a 7.01. Griffin Colapinto gets a 6.5.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Kanoa Igarashi into the final.
Yeah, I'm really happy to get that one on him. Obviously, when you get this far, you want to get to the finals and be on the podium. So we both really wanted it, and I feel a lot of pride surfing this week. Having a shot at another U.S. Open title is super special.
It's time for the 2026 WSL Longboard Tour.
A locked in 10 there. Nice save.
Here's his moment. He needs an 8-point ride. Boom!
Can he hang on?
She is looking to defend her title. 30 seconds on the clock, trying to do the nearly impossible.
We've reached peak summer here in the 2026 WSL Longboard Tour. It's a totally different animal. It's all about style, it's all about grace, and the boards themselves are just super beautiful.
The criteria is in a really wonderful place in competitive longboarding because it's got all of those traditional elements about the footwork and the nose riding, but it's also really emphasizing the role of engaging the rail through the turns.
That was so cool looking.
The US Open of Surfing is a great presentation for the art of classic longboarding. And you can go right, you can go left, you can shoot the pier, and you can kind of tap into that long heritage of performers here.
Wow. We have the world's best longboarders coming in, ready to prove that they can handle anything a hurricane throws at them.
Well, our men's final is set. You got Declan Whiten representing Australia, Tommy Coleman, Team USA, strength v style. I mean, this has the makings of another instant classic. Here we go. Declan, you got to give the power edge to Declan Whiten.
Whips it nice and fast off the whitewater there.
Judges liked it. 6-point ride. Tommy's got to keep up. He's got priority too, so he goes ahead and lets Declan go on this one. Declan gets out of the nose.
Brings it back around and then just nicely redirects it off that whitewater.
He made that look really easy.
Tommy Coleman with the blue jersey has priority.
Yes! A locked in 10 there. Nice save. Beautiful drop knee.
The great thing about Tommy is he designs and shapes his own boards. So he's coming into this event having designed a new board specifically for Huntington Beach. But I think the fact that he's this self-shaper says a lot about what he can offer.
Tommy may have just put himself in a great position. Wow. Finds this little right-hand pier bowl, gets the 10. Coming around this section, there's a drop knee turn. Oh, brilliant combo there to start this wave.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Back-to-back great waves for Tommy Coleman. 7-5 paired with a 6-5. 14-point lead. Declan now against the ropes.
Here's his moment. He needs an 8-point ride. Boom!
Can he hang on?
Get up! The horn blows. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a champion. Tommy Coleman is your winner of the 2026 Lexus US Open of Surfing.
It's not every day that an event wildcard goes and takes the whole event.
What a moment. Look at the vibes. This is absolutely brilliant.
Let's go, Tommy!
He just won
won the U.S. Open of surfing. That's what you did.
Man, I don't really know what to say, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to surf as a wild card. It's pretty surreal.
Let's give it up for your champion right here, Tommy Coleman.
Well, one final is in the books. We got one more to go.
Starting our women's final right now, it is our defending event champion, Avalon Gall, coming up against Hiroka Yoshikawa. Avalon Gall has been competing very well, and she is looking to defend her title right here on the south side of the pier. Starting off real quick right here for the surfer representing Japan in blue.
She gets multiple times on the tip there. 4-5, a decent score just to get her campaign underway. Avalon giving it a go.
Steep face, well done to be able to manage speed. Great carve. It is Avalon Gall who takes the lead right here on her previous ride.
So Avalon's from Laguna Beach here in Orange County. And actually when she was younger, she was a competitive dancer. And you see that now in her longboarding. She's got this incredible leg strength. So I think what she represents is somebody who has power and presence, but grace.
7.83 and nearly excellent for Avalon Gall. So the requirement now, the 9.33 is what Hiroka currently needs.
Ouch, that was unfortunate for Hiroka. It seems like maybe things are starting to kind of come a little unraveled.
Trying to do the nearly impossible right here. Gets a long stretched out 5 right here. This is excellent work. Needs to be the highest wave of the event by a good portion though. So a 7-point ride to make things official for Yoshikawa. Avalon Gall is your back-to-back champion of the Lexus US Open of Surfing. The title will stay in Orange County.
I really can't believe it. I mean, it was just such a fun day and so many good waves, and I'm just really happy.
Your Lexus US Open of Surfing champion is Avalon Gall.
We are into the women's final here.
To me, this is the perfect pairing. Nails it, blows the tail. Sierra Kerr now applying the pressure.
So this is so intense, I can't handle it.
Isla needs a 5.17. Tries to force the second turn. It all comes down to this. Finals day at the Lexus US Open of Surfing.
This is the biggest event in surfing. People are excited to crown themselves champion of probably the most iconic venue outside of Pipeline right here at the south side of the Huntington Beach Pier.
We have surfed our way to the women's semifinals.
We've got Joanne DeFay, former winner out here, up against Sierra Kerr, the world junior champ, all these accolades, all these expectations. This is such a great matchup.
And there's no star shining brighter right now than Sierra Kerr. She's one of those surfers that people just get excited to see. She puts that jersey on and you're going like, I have no idea what Sierra's about to do, but I know it's gonna be awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see what Kerr brings on this one.
Perfectly placed turn, blows out the tail. That's gonna crack this heat wide open.
Watching red, here we go.
Boom. That turn is starting to become kind of like a signature style turn for Sierra, and it's working in her favor. 6-point start, just backed it up with the 5.57. Joanne DeFay really hasn't got her roll started whatsoever with a 3 and a 2. We now need something in the 9-point range to get that top spot back.
Well, watching Pier Bowl, she's waited a while. Unfortunately, though, the nose catching. And we have our first finalist. Her name is Sierra Kerr.
This young Australian phenom just keeps proving everybody right when they say how good she is.
Final.
Let's go, got it.
Sierra Kerr, she is just on fire. Our women's world junior champion from the Gold Coast, Sierra Kerr.
The story of Sierra Kerr is tailor-made for Inside Pro Surfing. Sierra started off as a really incredible superstar kid, basically. She's in the pink helmet skate posse, pretty much a household name by the time she was 10 years old.
I started surfing like by myself with Dad boosting me around 5. I mean, he's just probably like my biggest inspiration in general. Like, if he thinks something's cool, then I think it's cool, you know what I mean? Like, he's kind of my hero.
What's your favorite tip to give me?
Do big turns, do airs, and get in the barrel.
And then she really started dedicating herself to competitive surfing. And you could just see the results were coming. She was on top of the world. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she disappeared.
12 months ago, she couldn't even walk. Like, her whole motor function shut down on her for like a few weeks or so, and then like that dragged out into months without knowing exactly what was going on. Found out it was Lyme's disease.
I mean, you can imagine what you go through for a top-tier elite athlete to basically like barely be able to move.
Still continuous today, but she's had a good 4 months or so leading up now, starting to feel more like herself. Her energy's coming back.
Oh, let's go.
Sierra Kerr, absolutely magnificent.
Didn't know if I'd ever be surfing in these comps again, just be able to surf and feel like myself. So yeah, I'm just blessed to be where I am, and yeah, I couldn't be more happy.
Nice progressive surfing here from the young Australian.
For her to battle back through all of that and then basically regain her spot on top of the world, it's special on so many different levels.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are into the women's final here. Sierra Kerr and Isla Huppets.
To me, this is the perfect pairing. We just saw these two go head-to-head in the World Junior Championships last year. Now we're seeing them at the highest level here on the Challenger Series.
Isla is an 18-year-old surfer from Victoria, Australia. She's the World Junior Champ, and this is her first season on the Challenger Series and her first time to California. Chatting to Isla, you just get the sense that she feels like she belongs here. She's surfing like a seasoned vet at such a young age.
Opportunities knocking. Who's gonna answer? Sierra Kerr. Nails it, blows the tail. Can she ride out clean? She does. We've got a big start on our hands now. Here we go. Sierra Kerr. Bottom turn, snaps it, throws the tail. Sierra Kerr now applying the pressure.
Huppets playing the patience game, and we've seen surfers do this in the past. We've seen it pay off. We'll see if it can do so once again.
She nails it. She was comboed 30 seconds ago, and now she's totally in the driver's seat.
Is she gonna back it up just immediately after locking in the 733?
Deals with a double up, tries to force the second turn and just can't quite ride out. Was it enough for a 3.67? Did Isla Huppets just flip this heat?
Last it blew a 4.57.
It's enough. Sierra Kerr now needs a 5.41.
Come on, Sierra, come on.
Sierra Kerr, she frees the tail off the back. Building speed, hits it once, comes around the corner again, nails that whitewater, rides out clean. Sierra Kerr with the answer back with the strong finish. It's enough.
We're counting it out. 5, 4,
and to make
3,
it official,
2,
it's
1.
gonna be the one and only Sierra Kerr, your Lexus US Open champ.
I'm going in.
There's Dad. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh, I'm for sure gonna cry.
It's been the hardest year ever. I never would have expected to be able to be back here winning this event. A lot of times no one saw the tears, the pain, and now just getting cheered up at the most prestigious event in the world. I just can't believe it.
To be able to run in, tackle her in the water after winning the US Open was the most special moment that I'll remember forever, for sure.
There's so many stories weaving in and out of Sierra's win here in Huntington Beach. So, of course, you have her overcoming the adversity, but to see her perform at this level throughout this entire event, it's like destiny.
This is Jake Marshall's event to win. He's got priority, he's got the lead, he's just got to hang on for a minute.
He's gonna let him go.
Gonna let him go.
A minute, 25 seconds left here.
Building the speed, looking at the ramp, launching out into the flats and spin.
And was that a big mistake by Jake Marshall? Scores in for Igarashi.
It all comes down to this. Finals day at the Lexus US Open of Surfing.
This is the biggest event in surfing. It's finals day right now. Probably the most iconic venue. It's called Surf City, USA for a reason. You win here, your name is etched into history.
It's like a marathon, it's a sprint, it's everything, all culminating in finals day. The sun's out, we still have really fun waves coming in, so this has the makings of a true classic.
It's semifinal time for the men.
Jake Marshall, Hayden Rogers. That's the presence of the veteran out there, and Marshall up against the youth of Rogers. Great heat to start off the semis, Kibes.
Here we go. Hayden wants to get on the board with something substantial.
Goes for the layback on the second one. That is complete. And looking for one more. He was able to get it. Made something out of nothing. Well done. Jake on the backhand keeps it cool and casual, using those rails to his advantage, and adds in a few more on the inside too. Great exchange right there.
5.5 for Hayden Rogers. Jake Marshall with a 7-point ride.
Well, that's a big score right now.
Jake Marshall, pretty whippy on that first turn. Loads up, gets a nice carve, a paced approach as he hits the oncoming section. Fit very businesslike for Jake Marshall. Now Hayden Rogers needs a 6.51.
He blows the tail over. He spins around, the crowd erupts.
Gonna drop down, engage the rail, and drive up into it. Blows the fins out again.
The air on the inside was great, but based off of initial reaction, I feel like it's gonna come short, Kaipo.
No. For Hayden? That's it? That's brutal.
Hayden Rogers coming in under, so it will be Jake Marshall going into his second US Open final.
Oh, it feels great. I mean, I felt like my surfing's been good this year. It just hasn't really been happening for me in heats. These last two events have kind of just like helped me, I guess, reestablish like my confidence and my momentum, and hopefully we can close it out with a win.
All the best in the final. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Right on. Thanks so much.
So the Jake Marshall story is one of ups and downs. You know, he has shown us flashes of brilliance on the championship tour.
Jake and Pipeline coming out in command.
A dreamy combination from Jake Marshall.
He's locked in, like he's stayed in that mid-tier, creeping towards the top tier for a few years now. But 2026 has been cruel for Jake Marshall. Just a couple heat wins, you know, some close calls that can really just eat away at your confidence and your soul.
Jake gets his opportunity here, the clock winding down. He needs a 6.61, and Jake is going to let it go.
Chris Gallagher has been my coach since I was 12 years old, and he's taught me so much, and he really means a lot to me. He's been there for me, whether I'm doing good or bad. I really trust the advice that he gives me, and I like really believe in his process.
Come on, Jake. Shut it down. Here goes Jake. Yeah.
He's so competitively smart. He's such a like an icy competitor. He's not going to ever really make too many mistakes.
I just love his rail cars.
I think you just keep showing up, and then your time comes for sure.
Every year I set my goals, and I really want to win an event. Like that's like my biggest thing I feel like I'm working towards. That's kind of what we live for, and that's why everyone's on the tour, you know.
Very technical. His reaction time was superb right there on the second one.
I feel like a big result here in Huntington Beach is going to be so meaningful to Jake Marshall, and I truly feel like it's going to help him achieve more and more on the championship tour for the rest of the season.
Jake Marshall up against Kanoa Igarashi in the men's final. Kanoa Igarashi known as a two-time champ here. Jake Marshall, this is his second final at a US Open.
Kanoa on his forehand.
That turn was definition of speed, power, and flow. Here he goes, making his way to the inside, jams it off the top. Beautiful section, hits it for a finish. Let's hear it, Huntington Beach. Woo!
This is looking like a two-time Open champion getting to work early here.
Drives up into that section, hucks the fins out into a reverse. Born and raised in Huntington Beach. Let him hear it, HB, when he finishes up right here. Yes, sir.
Igarashi saying, my house, you're in my house right now. And now the need for Jake Marshall is up in the excellent range.
That is so punishing. You're dealing with the apex predator of this event. What you have to do is snatch the narrative and bring it back to you.
Jake Marshall looking left, using priority, needs to come back against Kanoa Igarashi in this final. Nice layback there.
There's a huge answer right now from Jake in this point of the heat.
He did his job. He's chipping away at Igarashi's lead.
Jake
starts with a hook on the backhand. Got some flow of this left into the pier. 7.31 is what he needs. Needs to time this perfectly. Oh! And wow, that could turn the whole situation right now.
8.0 for last of red.
Marshall goes to the lead.
Yeah, in the biggest moment of the final, too.
So impressive. And now I'm so excited to see Kanoa and how he handles the remaining time in this heat. Here we go.
Oh, the horses. Kanoa Igarashi tosses it up there. Reverts out. Looking to make the connection. 7.38 is what he needs. Flying through here, cannot make the connection. And that is going to make the difference in this final.
A minute, 25 seconds left here.
It's not over, dude.
This is Jake Marshall's event to win. He's got priority. He's got the lead. He's just got to hang on for a minute.
He's going to let him go.
Gonna let him go. Got slippery on that first turn. Kanoa does make the connection to the inside. Needs a huge finish here. Big air, lands it right on the sand. Was that the 7.38? And was that a big mistake by Jake Marshall?
Good surfed wave. I mean, you couldn't have surfed it any better.
That's an incredible air. Did he do enough on the outside? Kanoa's standing on the sand for the win. He's literally surrounded by the entirety of Huntington Beach, hoping that he's able to get the score.
Scores in for Igarashi. A 6.13, not enough. And it is a giant victory for Jake Marshall here. Your 2026 Lexus US Open of Surfing champion.
So much emotion. I mean, the guy's never won a pro event. And this year's been really rough, and it's just like, man, such a good person. You know what I mean?
Kanoa Igarashi, what a run for Kanoa. Congratulations to him, runner-up.
For Jake Marshall to come here, working with Chris Gallagher, it's a total full circle moment.
Unbelievable.
This is the proof. Whatever they're doing, it's working, and it worked in a big way.
It's a dream come true, you know? I've never won a WSL event ever, so yeah, it's only right. I mean, earlier this year was one of the hardest, competitive years of my life, and to win this event, means so much to me. It's an amazing moment. It's really cool.
Don't be surprised if Jake takes the momentum he earned here in Huntington and goes back to the CT and getting that big win. It's right there for Jake Marshall. This win might have been just what he needed.
The engines are fired up here at the end of the road for the outer known Tahiti Pro.
Holy smoke, look at the next one! Oh my God!
This is the dream. Yeah, I don't think I could have pictured anything better.
Bottom drops out, Cleland face plants. Real deep, gets blown out of the cannon.